Okay, the time is now 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this fourth select meeting for September 22nd to order. And I will please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and roll call.
Mark David.
Kevin Cunningham. Item C, approve meeting minutes for the special board of selectmen meeting 8/28 and also the board of selectmen meeting 8/28.
The only correction I saw was on September 8th, under public comment, third bullet point down. It says Travis Hartman. I think it's supposed to be Travis Harmon. Is that M-O-N, Travis?
Yes, sir.
Is that correction? I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for 8/28/25, 8 and 9/8/25.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item D is public comment. Anybody from the public wish to speak tonight?
I do. Trav Harmon, Musa. Thank you, Kevin, for giving me to having Dino. I am no longer in opposition of Proposition 144. In the eventual adoption of it, the offending language is now been removed. He's understood where we all are. Great. 144, 145, no problem. I'm still hung up on 143. New cases this year have taken effect, and I'm still sticking on the place-to-place issue. Ordinance 143 does not explicitly limit itself to commercial activity. By including donations and subscription, it risks sweeping in charitable, political, and religious advocacy in violation protected by the First Amendment. For example, if someone stood, and I could not articulate this last time, now I have. If someone stood in front of Cumberland Farms holding a sign that says homeless, anything could help, and then walked to Rotary Park, then stood off the off-ramp of 395 southbound, then to Central Village, then walked all the way to Town Hall, each move from place to place would be a violation per this ordinance. The Supreme Court has made clear that charitable solicitation, even asking for money, is protected free speech. Criminalizing this conduct chills expression, which the court has already ruled against. Additional case this year of McLaughlin Chiropractic versus McKesson confirmed that municipalities this year, after January, do not gain the authority to regulate telemarketing. The big one is, again, Worcester, Massachusetts versus Thayer winning, struck down solicitation restrictions. Quite simply, I'm now considering this a money saver. We should not be pushing it. Now, there are some remedies. Remove the words donations and subscriptions from the definition of solicitor or canvasser. Eliminate by telephone. Narrow the chief's authority to require clear standards, and provide an exemption for charitable, political, or religious advocacy. Some of the good parts was that from January to today, on the latest iteration, it is now very clean, very structured, very up to date, very almost ready there. So we're like 98%, which is good, but little small changes it'll make it a good one, because we can't afford a First Amendment lawsuit. And auditors have, if you look on YouTube, have been canvassing the police and this very building. No one's been stopped yet, but somebody may do something, and it's just not cost effective to do so. So anyways, that's my piece. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Hearing none, we can go into old business. Item E1, review the 3 proposed ordinances as second readings. I would say that under 143, if you have been following along, we're still waiting to hear back from the chief on what his modifications would be. So on that one, I would say we're just going to hold off on at this point until we get back with the chief. We did, again, on 144, we did make that one change, and on 145, it hasn't changed at this point. Are there any comments or concerns you have with the other two, 44 or 45?
I have no concerns with either one.
Can we get a copy of what Trav
Yeah,
has?
just send us a copy.
Yeah, just so we have it for the
Yeah,
next.
send each one of us an email, okay?
Then the sooner you can do that, then I can share that with Chief. So at this point, I think we're all set with 144, 145. We would have to consider going on with the town meeting for eventually with this and other ordinances. Again, what those would be readings. The first public information reading. We'd like to be able to put that up onto the town website and Facebook page so that people can access it. We just haven't gotten there yet. We're still, working up through language here. So once those are, if you're all set with those other two, I can take a motion to move those off to a public informational area on the town website and Facebook page for 144 and 145.
I make a motion we do the two ordinances, 144, what's the other one?
145.
145 up on the town website for informational purposes.
We'll move into it.
Just to move them up.
Just move,
Not yet. Just so they have access for the public.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I will put those up first thing tomorrow. Item F1, consider an act on tax refunds requested by the tax collector totaling, the total should be $689.71. Nissan Infiniti LT LLC, $200.59. Kimberly K. Fitch, $359.90. William E. Bissett III, $21.74. Car Leasing, $48.45. Michael S. Quinn, $19.29. Michael S. Quinn, $7.73. William C. Geiger, $6.72. And Matthew P. Lambert, $25.29. Grand total should be $689.71. What is your pleasure?
Make a motion to approve the tax refunds in the amount of $689.71.
and I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 2, discuss an act on change order for inter-road cleanup. Our grant writer has been on top of this for what we have available. For those who don't know, we have been starting to do the cleanup on the site already. It's just a matter of expending the right numbers from what we were given in the grant. So she was able to find more things to be able to utilize that money for. You can use up to a certain number, so she has included a list here for you to review. If you are so inclined to approve the proposal for additional work to be done of $94,269, it goes through all of the items which she has described.
This is through a grant, this will cost the town no
Correct.
expenditure as of right now, right?
Correct.
What is the number that we can go up to?
I think on this one was up to $300,000.
Okay.
So they've already expended and taken away some, but she said we can actually now address the rest of the monies that we have to utilize for this.
Okay, so this is completed, grant complete.
Last time we left the big item off when we initially voted on it. Is that big item still not on yet?
Right.
Okay, that's much larger than. Okay. Make a motion to approve the change order for the interval cleanup at $94,269.
And I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 3 says discuss cancellation, but it's actually the reschedule of public information meeting for disposition of the ECC building. The problem is we're trying to have a big enough venue to hold for the public to be able to utilize. We're still waiting for the front ramp project to be completed for the ADA access. So with that, I'm going to suggest that we don't cancel, but we actually postpone. Those two other gentlemen who would like to at least make a proposal for the building would like to reschedule sometime in early October, probably the second week. So that is where we stand right now. There really doesn't have to be any action on this, but really I want to reschedule.
Is it on the town website?
I don't believe it is.
All right, so it hasn't been even posted?
Right.
Don't have to cancel a meeting that hasn't been posted.
There's two more items I'd like to discuss, and if it's okay. I'd like to have two motions, one for adding onto the agenda, a motion to add item 4, which is the Board of Selectmen agenda to discuss and review ordinance 126, an ordinance to provide tax relief for the elderly and totally disabled. If we can have that, just for discussion.
Motion to add item 4.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excuse me,
Item number 5.
you do have it on the agenda, you do have it listed for the town meeting.
Excuse me, we're having a meeting.
Yeah.
And the other one is to add an item onto the agenda. It is motion to add item 5 to the Board of Selectmen agenda to discuss and request an amount of $34,530 from the fund balance to perform a forensic audit for the operational review of the police department payroll, procurement practices and procedures, and asset forfeiture financial accounts.
And that's going to the Board of Finance.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to add item 5.
Have a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 No.
Okay. Let's discuss item number 5. So this is on the, I'm sorry, you're right, item 4. 126, 126. So Peggy, this is what that ordinance looks like right now. There's only one change that we'd like to discuss, and that is in red. It's at the bottom of the page. It's right there. So I also asked our assessor, what would the impact be of changing the benefit from what it currently is $100 to $250? So what she said was there's a benefit, and currently it costs the taxpayers as a whole $14,000, you see, 400. Yep. If you make the change, that's what the impact would be as a whole, $37,000
For everybody in town?
for everybody else. So it's collective.
Yeah.
So they would be able to minimize their taxes by $250. And what's the cost to the entire town for taxes would be that.
Like 37,000?
And again, this isn't something we could vote on tonight. I just want to talk about it.
Yep.
So
I have that. Anything we can do for the elderly with their tax problems.
I'm sorry, Kevin, what's that impact?
I can get you a copy of it.
Yeah. Anything we can do for the older citizens in town, help with their tax benefit, their taxes, I am all for, providing it doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Get you a copy of that or email as well. Yeah. Here it is right there. So at the next meeting, we can bring it back as a discussion for the old business.
Sounds good.
And item number 5 is to discuss request for $34,530, and that would go from the fund balance, but we'd like to bring that to the Board of Finance to let them review. If they so approve, then it goes to a town meeting.
So for beating dead horses.
I just got one discussion item. I was going to bring this up during other, but see, you put this on there. For some reason, I got this morning and looked at my line item transfers for the last 6 years. And I found in 2020, we did a line item transfer for $15,000 out of the audit line item for additional fees for guidance on audit for early months. And in January 21, we did a line item transfer in the audit account for $5,000. That was for audit pension and op-ed.
Operational.
It's just OP.
OPEB.
OPEB.
Okay.
Not budgeted. And then in April of 21, we did another line item transfer out of audit for $6,000. That one I didn't have a reason why, but and I'm just wondering if what was done at the Board of Finance meeting last week is going to set a precedent, because it's a lot audit line item. If we had an audit on the rec department coming up this year, because we had to, this is mean we can't do it.
You mean a
Because we don't
special
have the
audit?
funds. Yeah, any kind of audit that we might have during the year.
Since we do a
We can't
budget.
address it unless we go to town meeting, correct?
If it's over 10,000.
Right. But we did do it in the past.
Just
In
because we did,
2020, we did 15,000,
just because we do
just
things,
for line, I just,
just because we do it in the past doesn't make it right, just because.
right, no, that's why I'm
Okay,
asking.
just
That's why I'm
saying,
bringing it up.
You're talking about setting precedent, so
Right.
you don't want to be setting, just because you did not knowingly did it
Mhm.
before, that shouldn't set precedent
Mhm.
any more than what
Right.
you think
Right.
that the Board of Finance did should set precedent. So there should be precedent set anywhere just because you did it.
Well, this is why we're at,
No, I know, I'm
Item
just
five.
mentioning, clarifying
Right.
what you just said, so, making sure.
I'm ready for a motion. Make a motion, send the forensic audit for $34,530 onto the Board of Finance to act and send to a town meeting
The money coming from the fund balance.
from fund balance.
I'll second that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 No, as
Opposed?
usual. Can't keep beating dead horses.
Okay, there's no other. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor, say aye. Aye, 7:16. We have a WPCA meeting now. Town of Plainfield Water Pollution Control Authority has a meeting set for September 22nd. Call that to order. Roll call.
All right, Danny.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Bory,
Item C, to approve the minutes of the WPCA meeting dated June 30th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve meeting minutes of June 30th, 2025.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody here for public comment? All right, we're going to the original old business, so new business. Item 1, discuss and approve the refund for property owner on 129 Church Street. It was brought to my attention that Ruth Ham, who is the owner of that property, contacted the town because he doesn't rent the apartment in the duplex and would like to have the sewer reduced. The supervisor for the sewer went to an inspection and he had removed all the toilets and capped them off. So at this time, he was asking if that would be appropriate for his current charge of 3 uses reduced to 2. Also like a refund of $454, which by state statute allows up to 3 years for a refund. So based on what you want to do, we can send a letter based on the vote.
So when did he cap this off?
He didn't say when, but she inspected and said in July of 2025, she had gone and visited.
Right, so what period is he asking for a refund?
1 year back.
1 year back? So she inspected it this year and he
Yes.
wants 1 year back?
Well, it was already disabled at that time, so you can't ask for a request.
Okay, so he disabled it, then she inspected it?
Correct.
That's the question. And this goes back 1 year?
Yep.
Before 54? So we're not sure when he disabled it?
Correct.
If you come back with when he disabled it, I would be okay with it.
Can I ask why? She did the inspection and she said
Right.
she's fine with it. She's
Oh,
also
I'm not
fine
saying
with
she's
the
not, I'm
refund.
not saying it's not
But she
right.
also,
Right.
finish. She also said it's appropriate for the refund.
Oh, okay. And she said, well, she
Yeah.
said it was appropriate for
I
the
spoke to
refund?
Stephanie about this. She said it was appropriate for the refund. I also spoke to Becky about it.
Okay, because it doesn't say here she said it was appropriate. It's not stated on the paper, so.
Again, speaking to Stephanie
Yep.
and also Becky, they said it was appropriate for the refund.
I will go with their judgment, because they're pretty upstanding girls, so I will be okay with that.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion?
You want one motion or two? It's two items.
Right,
I'll put it in one.
yeah. you
I'll
can-
make a motion that we drop the sewer use to 2 from 3, and we give them the refund of
3 to 2.
to 3 to 2 from 3. I said that backwards. And we give them the refund of $454 for the past year.
And I'll second it.
All right, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The next item is information only. We had a bid for our north treatment plant. We have a secondary clarifier replacement. What we wanted to do was take out the 2 and possibly replace. Problem was we went out to bid. There was 11 companies, I think, that were there for the actual pre-bid walkthrough, and out of that we had actually 2 bids. The 2 bids, we were looking for a number somewhere 4 to 4.5 million. And as you can see, if you can read through all that, the top line where it says total contract base bid price, one was a little over 9 million, the other one was 9.665. So we had a discussion after the fact to talk about what our next steps would be with the state of Connecticut Clean Water Fund. Their recommendation is to do a modification to what we're asking for. Maybe instead of the 2 clarifying tanks, bring it down to 1, give them options for the bid. And so that's what we're going to do, a rebid with modifications. So there's not much we can do. I wish our numbers would have been much closer, but they're not.
What's the amount for clarifying tanks?
The 2 clarifying tanks that are there right now are good size, but they're seeing a lot of life. So we're looking to again expand and make them bigger, which would then make it easier for the town of Plainfield to take on more sewer projects and also businesses.
So are they looking to do the first one that enters?
There's 2 that are side by side. If you can think about moving like 30 yards back and building another clarifying tank and then off to the side of that. So they built the first one, then disable the other 2, take them out. There's also work to be done on, if you read through here, the Raswas pump station. They need that to be waterproofed. There's also some, work to be done prior to that with all the work with mobilization, putting up the field office, hay bales, all those things are listed here in section 1. So, waterproofing of the Raswas station is also very important. That area that's over there is actually within a 100-year floodplain zone. They've built up along the banks along the river so far, but that still doesn't, make sure that you're good. But that's why they wanted to waterproof the Raswas as part of this project. So again, they'll come back with alternates to another bid, whether it's just 1 tank and the Raswas waterproofing. We'll see. And then we'll put it back out to bid, but you'll be notified when that happens. Things get
So
costly.
do we have, so what is the condition, will we just replace the one that's the worst, or how will that work?
No, we replaced 2 for 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a much bigger tank.
All right, so we'll take what's now 2 and make it 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're giving all sorts of options to those developers.
Mhm.
We're just going to be making sure that we do it the right way. Everything by Clean Water Act, so we qualify for those funds we're getting already. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to see those numbers. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know what was going on because we had a bid for it. What happened.
Appreciate it.
Nothing there. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
7:23.